She's trying to be like a goblin in my corner, and that's not cool. Lily, I'm telling you what.
I'm a goblin
You need to go bye-bye now.
I'm a goblin in the corner.
Yeah, you are, and you need to stop that. Shh. Be quiet. Be quiet, little minion. Bye-bye. Au revoir. Get out. Okay, so this is a chaotic show. I'm sorry, you guys, but please go. Give me a high five. Good job at calling the dogs, but please go and wash your face and put some Vaseline on your lip. Because instead of being red, now it's blue. I don't know what you did, but go fix it.
I drank soda.
Yeah.
Blue soda.
Yeah, go fix it. Bye, man. Jeez, oh, Pete. Anywho's. Like I said, welcome back, and thank you so much for joining me this evening on We Are Paradox Media's Late Night in the Rockies. So nobody's on here, so I'm just gonna... Oh my god! What?
Movie thing. We just play World of Tanks. Not putting on a scary movie.
On the computer?
Yes!
Oh, well, he has to do something that you can both do.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, well, guess what? Bedtime's pretty soon. So, tell Floyd to get off of World of Tanks and turn on a movie.
Okay.
Jeez. What the crack? So for our background soundtrack, we have The Creeper. And oh my gosh. These dogs are running amok. Sorry about the sound issues and everything. Like, I don't even know what the hell is going on. And I don't even need these headphones on anymore. So we got most of the dogs back. Blue and Herc is still out and about, running muck. But we're going back to our Book of Death by Robert Wilkins. Welcome back. I think that's Jason. I'm not sure. Sorry, my ears are plugged up. So friendship pure, simple, and eternal, with none of the undertones of Marx or the Cambridge. A similar instance occurred in Godalming, Surrey in 1875. William Bishop directed that his grave be made sufficiently large and receive 2 coffins, the second intended for his servant, in gratitude of her long, and I hope and believe, faithful services to me. Before leaving the subject of London cemeteries, it is instinctive to look at one idea that never got beyond the drawing board. Hopefully the sound is better. Is it not? Let's see. Oh no. Yeah, it looks good. Alright, let's go back down here. Is that better? I don't know why you left me. Why'd you leave me, Jason? Yeah, still good over here. Alright, let's keep going. Let's do what the heck we're meant to do. So before leaving the subject of London cemeteries, it is instructive to look at one idea that never got beyond the drawing board. Thomas Wilson took his inspiration from the Egyptian pyramids and set about designing a brick and granite face pyramid to accommodate 5 million bodies. Yes, we did read this. In niches arranged on 94 tiered levels, the construction was to be built in Primrose Hill. Its base size of Russell Square is considerably above that of St. Paul's, and its volume larger than the Great Pyramid itself, consisting of row upon row of small alcoves. In the cross-section, it would resemble a beehive. An observatory was planned for the top. The whole structure would cost £2,500,000. Wilson himself waxed lyrical. To toil up its singular passages to the summit will beguile the hours of curious and impressive feelings of solemn awe and admiration upon every beholder. Modesty, he added, that his pyramid would be a coupe de the seal of sepulchral magnificence and unequaled in the world. Others obviously took a different view, since Wilson's dream never became reality. So Brookwood Cemetery and the Necropolis Railway. Despite the provisions of large cemeteries for the burial of London's dead, the London terminus of Brookwood Necropolis Railway in 890s. So here's the picture of that. Those of you who are not looking right now. Here we go. Ain't that weird? That doesn't look like a pyramid at all to me. I got me in my head. Me's in my head, me's in my head. See, this is weird, like, where the heck did this come from? Because there was a period, okay, the 1890s. Burgeoning population of the capital meant that the demand for land continued to outstrip the supply. Burial companies were obliged to look further afield, even though they knew that the greater distance a cemetery was from London, the less the likelihood that it would be affordable by families and modest means. Another consequence of distance was that the deceased would be less likely to be visited regularly, and thereby more likely to be forgotten sooner by relatives. It became apparent to the cemetery entrepreneurs that if the poorest classes were to be tempted into being buried long distances from the center of the city, transportation costs must be kept to a minimum. The plan was deceptively simple: to find a large enough piece of land and turn it into London's sole necropolis, big enough to accommodate London's dead virtually and indefinitely. The idea was regularly mooted, but took on an added urgency following the cholera epidemic of 1848 to 1849, which killed close to 15,000 Londoners. Two men, Sir Richard Braun and Mr. Richard Spire, resurrected the idea of a single necropolis far enough out of London to pose no health danger to its citizens. Braun suggested a site at Woking in Surrey, to which the dead and bereaved would be transported by train. The idea did not win universal approval. So here we see a coffin being loaded aboard Wood Necropolis Road at Westminster Bridge Road Station, 1905, circa 1905. The funeral party have just emerged from a private waiting room. Pretty intriguing, I must say. Welcome back, whoever's looking. I don't know. Sorry about the whole crazy shenanigans with the dogs. Bean's back. Everybody's back except for Herc, which he's the ringleader. He leads Dogs Astray. So he's led Bean. Now he's leading Blue. And it's not cool. So let me stop the camera just to see. Okay, my sound is still coming through. Here we are. Holy shit. So the idea did not have universal approval, and the Bishop of Britain found the proposal to have the dead from widely different social backgrounds, all traveling in the same train, offensive. Finally, the idea gained acceptance, and in 1854, Brookwood Cemetery near Woking was consecrated. The Necropolis Railway ran from Waterloo in London to the North Station at Brookwood. For Roman Catholics, Jews, Parsis, and the dissenting sects, and thence to the South Station, where the Anglican dead were unloaded. The railway continued to operate until the destruction of the London terminal in Second World War. Today, both the cemetery stations are long gone, only the platforms remaining as a mute reminder of a once flourishing trade. And then here we have No Return, a third-class coffin ticket on the Brookwood Necropolis Railway. So here's that picture. Glad you're back. Glad you can hear me. But yeah, here's the little tag for that. Okay. So considerations of social class pervaded everything about the Necropolis Railway. The railroad, kind of feel like that lady, what's going on here? What the heck? Let me go back here. Try to find, where am I? Where request am I? Where request are you? Why are you not listening? Hey, Jen. What's up, sister? Sister. Can you hear me? Mister? Sister. Okay. Sounds like it's working. Thank goodness. So considerations of social class pervaded everything about the Necropolis Railway. The train was divided into two religions, Anglican and others, and three classes, first, second, and third. Such distinctions applied to both the living and the dead. Very wealthy funeral parties sometimes had the use of a specially coupled saloon carriage in order to sometimes that they might grieve away from the intrusive gaze of hoi polloi. The different classes of coffins were distinguished by the quantity and ornamentation on the compartment doors and by the degrees of difference shown by the necropolis staff when loading and unloading. In addition, rich relatives were allowed to watch the coffin being transferred from hearse to train. In the early days, when the train trenched and reached Brookwood, the engine was uncoupled and the compartments would then be pulled the remaining distance by a team of black horses beckoned with black ostrich feathers. That was such a fleur of importance. What the crack is going on here? So this is so weird. So earlier the kids came in, they're talking about the dogs, and then I had one thing and then another thing popped up. So it was me facing me, like me versus me. And now it's me with all my shows underneath. Like, what the fuck is happening right now? I don't know. But hopefully it's working out. Yay! Okay, now I see you. I see you, sissy. But could you imagine like black horses with ostrich feathers and they're just like, and they have those different like masks on, which it would kind of couple around the eyes like this and go down the nose, and then their feathers going back. That'd be beautiful. Really, it would. A brochure produced by the Necropolis Company invited the tribute after the funeral service was over to pause and admire the scenery, to be invigorated by the fresh country air, the shrubs and trees, and contemplate the noble sight of which their departed relative or friend had become renant. Normally, to travel by train, window was expensive. Indeed, in 1870, Miss Kitty Jenkins Beck insisted that if she died away from home, her coffin was to be disguised by enclosing it in a plain deal box and transporting it by train so as to cost no more than any other package of the same weight. Since the charge for coffins was between sixpence and a shilling per mile, with such considerations in mind, and in order to attract customers, the London Necropolis Railway needed to offer cheap transportation. they decided on a charge of £1 for first class and corpses, 5 shillings for artisans, and 2 cents pence, or $6, for paupers. Coffin tickets were issued. Oh, what is that? What the crack did he just send me? Oh, shit. I don't think so. No, she's asking if I have any other pictures of Blue. But I don't think so. Damn it, these damn dogs. I think I hear them barking in the distance, but who's to say? Jeez, Pete. Come on. Let's put this in. Normally to travel by train. Okay, so we already talked about this. With such considerations in mind, and in order to attract customers, the London Necropolis Railway needed to offer cheap transportation. They decided on a charge of £1 for first class corpses.
Who's back?
Yay! Okay. Let me tell Lily. Tell Noah.
Who's back? Who's back? He's back.
Where's Herc?
Not here.
Okay, well. Hi, son. I knew your boy would be back. Give me a high five.
Wait, Blue one last time, and then he came barging in, typing, but Herc's still.
Herc is still gone.
Herc's still gone. Herc still gone.
Hey, I'm glad your boy came back. I knew you were pretty sad about that.
Yeah, I'm like, my soda's outside. Opens the door. Wait, Blue, please come back. Closes the door, not all the way. Blue comes barging in. Yeah! I got trampled. He bit my arm. Not so much.
He was just excited to be back home. He's like, oh, I was lost, and I was so scared.
I got trampled by him, but I was so happy.
Give me a hug, son. I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy your dog came back. I knew he would. He's a good boy.
Just
and he misses Blue.
Just as Fleet started dragging me out the door. No, actually, she's like, you'll have to drag me there to get your soda. And I was just like, no, I grabbed her.
You guys are crazy.
Hi. He was like, this is the completely wrong time to come in, so I'm gonna come in.
You're like, hey, am I in trouble? I don't know.
You're not in trouble, Blue.
Fucking Herc, dude. He's such a troublemaker.
I know, but...
Well, at least you're not crying and you look happier and, you know, you're showing your face to the world, but get the heck out. Come on. Still trying to finish this part of the show. 1.
Bye.
Love you, boy. I'm so happy for you. I'm glad your boy came back. I know you missed him. Make sure he don't get out again, okay?
I'm going to squeeze him with the tightest hug.
And make sure you keep giving your pee-pee doggy pee-pee breaks, because she needs it, but
She's
don't let the other dogs out. But
Lulu is still sleeping.
Right as soon as she wakes up, let her out, okay?
I know.
All right. I love you. Good job, guys. They were so sad. Anyways. Okay, so coffin tickets were issued only as singles. The corresponding charges for the mourners were 6 shillings, 3 cents pence, and $6 and 2 shillings. These concessionary prices gave themselves of the amenities of the Surrey courses, used to disguise themselves as bereaved relatives in order to save money on the regular commuter fare. Bum bum ba-dum. Chapter 2, cremation. Okay, so a lot of us who have gone through death with our family, as my father, he was LDS throughout his life, so, oh my gosh, they're coming back.
Blue smells very weird.
Yeah, he's probably been rolling in cow shit or something, like, Make sure he
No, it
stays
doesn't
off.
smell like poo.
Yeah, probably swamp water. Make sure he stays off the furniture.
Exactly like that.
Yeah. Keep him off the furniture. Keep him down. Okay?
Okay.
Love you. Bye.
Bye. Hi.
Love you, boy.
Hi.
Hi.
Love
you.
Love you too.
Mm.
Love you
You're
more.
my bestest boy.
Love you more than that.
No, I love you more than that. And you'll never know how much I love you.
You're my bestest mom.
You're my bestest boy. But anywho's, my dad and my uncle being raised LDS and talking about the resurrection, etc., they wanted to be buried in full. But how do we afford this? Do you have burial insurance? No. So, therefore, you have to be cremated. But I think if God is actually a thing, like I call God the universe, I call it different things. And I had an argument today with somebody. She's like, oh, well, you call it the universe, and where's God? Blah, blah. Well, God is the universe. God is everything that we know. God is. So when it's the message from the universe, that's actually a message from God. But if we do come back for the second coming or whatnot, for the end of times, for that very last battle, like even past World War III, even if you're in ashes, I think if God is who he says he is, he can reclaim you. Like all your ashes can swirl together, even though some are left in the bottom of the bin. Not all of them make it into the box. And they admit that. They're like, yeah, it's not all there. It shall be how it shall be. You shall be who you shall be. Like, if we are meant to come back in the end of times to fight against Satan and the underdwellers and the demons and all this other shit. If we're cremated, if we're buried, whatever the fuck you are, if your head is cut off and you're in one of those frozen factories, you'll come back. If it's meant to be, it will be. Right? So this is a chapter on cremation. So that's where that was coming from. Realistically, there are only 3 things you can do with a dead body. Leave it, bury it, or burn it. Burn it! Burial is the disposal of choice for those who hanker after extended recall, since a fixed location serves as a focus at which relatives can gather and remember. Religious objections apart, the early opposition to cremation is a mode of disposal of the dead centered around the belief that to be reduced to ashes made it more likely or unlikely that a person would be remembered than if a corpse disintegrated in a coffin. What do you need?
A plate, because I want to try Louisiana hot sauce with those tortilla chips.
I had one for you earlier. Where did it go? Renee, I'm looking. I don't know where it is.
I could just use some cardboard.
Just take out a piece of paper from your thing and use that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll put a bunch of paper towels under it so that the sauce doesn't just through.
Yeah, well, do what you need to do. Bye, Lily.
Love you, Ma.
Love you too, Lilius Interruptus.
I won't interrupt you anymore.
Oh. I hope not. Holy shit. This has been intense. Okay, so religious objections apart, the early opposition of cremation as a mode of disposal of the dead centered around the belief that to be reduced to ashes made it more likely that a person would be remembered than if a corpse disintegrated in a coffin. Yes, we just read that. The increasing acceptance of cremation, especially in Britain, but latterly in the United States, owes much of the reversion of such illogical thinking. Cremation has a long history, although experts are unclear whether human ashes discovered in prehistoric graves represent the mode of death or the method of disposal of the dead. Okay, so think back to like the Vikings. Wrap up a body, they build up this big old thing, they send you off in a ship, and then whoopsh, 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 they shoot out these arrows that are flaming arrows. So maybe you're partially cremated? I don't know. I don't know how much cremated you could be before you do sink to the depths of the sea, but pretty romantic, right? Who wouldn't want to go that way? So in ancient Greece, cremation replaced burial as early as 1000 BC. Reduction to ashes greatly eased the logistical problems of transporting back to Greece soldiers who had died on far-flung battlefields. To the Greeks, fire symbolized purification and the release of the spirit from the confines of the body. Cremation was defined to suicides and those infants who had died before cutting their first set of teeth. Intriguingly, victims of lightning were always buried. Perhaps the Greeks assumed that it was pointless for humans to cremate after gods had incarnated. Okay, so I have to tell you this story of when my friend was cremated. So he was working in a funeral home, and he was learning on the do's and don'ts and whatnot. And at the same time, him and his old lady were tweaking. Well, he came home one day, and she had done the last of the meth, and he was very upset. Not going to name names. So he struck her, and he always swore he'd never do that. And he did, so therefore, he called different friends. Of course, people don't answer. It's like, text. If you want to talk, let's text. But he called, nobody answered, and I just saw him like the day before this happened. And I was like, who is that? I know who that is. Try and recall, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's my friend. Oh, I wish I would have recognized him at that point, because maybe he could have found solace in me, but he didn't find solace, and he ended up shooting himself. And then he tried to dig the bullet out. Didn't work. And then he was cremated, and oh my gosh, I was so out of shape at this time. Like I said, I was tweaking. I was doing all this other shit. I was in my early 20s. My daughter thinks I was 16 or something when I started tweaking, but I was in my early 20s. So for about like 5 years, I was basically tweaking. And it's not good. Boys and girls, I recommend don't do it. It ain't worth it. Like one hit and that's it. That's all it takes. But yeah, didn't crank, tweak for a week. That was a good diet for me. It really did work. But it was not good. So we're hiking up this mountain, and we get to this place, and there's this fucking shrine built, and this shrine was built for people before him. And there's different cubbies and different shit like this, and there's pictures, and so we took a picture that day, and we spread his ashes. I swear to God, I saw this with my very own eyes. So, my sister, I'm gonna call her the S word, was spreading the D word's ashes. I swear to God, like, very last part that came out, came up, and yes, the wind is blowing, but it floated around and it formed his body. I saw him in ash form, his body, and he reached out like this and like touched her face, and then he disintegrated and went with the wind. To me, that was like one of the most beautiful things I had ever seen. It was so beautiful, but he was there and he reached out and touched her face, and I think he was saying, I'm sorry for wrecking you, and I'm sorry for what I did afterwards, because even his kids today, like, I saw a remembrance of him just recently, and it's so sad. Don't do it. If you feel like taking your life, tomorrow needs you. We need you. And it's not too much. We're here for you. And you can call, if you're in Colorado, 970-247-5255. 1845 or call the Colorado Crisis Line. No matter where you're from, it's 1-844-493-8255. That's 1-844-493-8255 or text TALK to 38255. So go to text and put in the number 38255 and text TALK in the font, and somebody will talk to you. Like me, I don't like making phone calls, so if you prefer text, that's a good way to do it. Oh my gosh. So I'm trying to think if I read this already, but I think I did. So to the ancient Romans, especially the rich upper classes, cremation was a common mode of disposal of the dead from pre-Christian times and into the 2nd century AD. The explanation for the decline of cremation during the 2nd century is largely unexplained, though some believe that inhumation became the preferred method of disposal because it was regarded as gentler and more respectful. Certainly, as early as AD 31, the Empress Poppaea, kicked to death whilst pregnant by her husband Nero, was, according to Tacitus, inhumed and not cremated, whereby the finger of the dead person was cut off and buried, while the rest of the body was burned. The ashes were then preserved in cinerary urns and placed in niches and columbariums. The Jews buried their dead, reserving cremation for criminals. Saul and his son are the only Old Testament examples of cremation, and this was restored to only in order to prevent further mutilation of their bodies by the Philistines. So the bones were subsequently buried, and you can read this in 1 Samuel 31, 12 through 13. The Christians followed the Jews, and in their abhorrence of cremation regarded it as a pagan custom. A central tenor of Christianity was the resurrection of the body, and this belief could not be reconciled with cremation, though it must be emphasized that for Christians, burial was a belief that life in the other world depended on the physical preservation of the corpse. Ignorant of the symbolism, enemies of Christianity contrived to prevent the burial of Christian corpses and to burn them so as to prevent resurrection. Christians themselves were not above using cremation as a bar to everlasting life. Many years after his death in 1834 or 1384, John Wycliffe, then regarded as a heretic, was exhumed and cremated, and his ashes were thrown into the river Swift. So on that note, boys and girls, we are going to go to our second music break because we're already there. Sorry about all the interruptions and everything. Life happens. Life is crazy. That's why our whole thing has been like contrived and sent to do something else. That's why we're reading a book instead of talking to January Yates tonight. But on this break, we once again have Miss Mia Savage with her group Antidote for Savages. And she shall be singing. Hold on, I'm still deleting old stuff. Bury Me in Heaven, which is one of my favorites. The Bottom Line, Not a Phase, and Singing to Your Grave. You guys don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this music break.
surrounded by your words. Telling me you have gone. I'm surrounded by your words.
Things you're dead. And until I found you, I thought the same. That ransom letter.
Angel on my shoulder. Devil in my bed. Forget my behavior. Didn't mean what I said. Bottom line is without you, I'm torn. I'm torn and tight.
It's a lie. Oh, we'll kill those big guys trying to tell us that they're going to let the demons run around. But it doesn't matter, because it's just a lie. We didn't have one. It's all we need a choice. No work, no job, no savings of money. Just a choice right now between fear and love. Just a choice right now between fear and love.
Me help you understand.
It's taken too long to put me with you. What I got so wrong? You got a part of you with me too. What I brought to life? Just a heart victory. Lost my head tonight. Things start to love and say. Waiting to let this collapse Sunday, yeah. I'll be talking to your family. I'll be saying to your family. I'll be waiting, don't let this collapse on me, yeah. I'll be talking to your family. I'll be saying to your family. Giving up, it's just another game. Have you had enough of all the silly things I say? Take it a little bit long, but I'll be here for you. Find another one, they'll never feel like I do. So if you wait, don't let this come up. So I'm I'll be talking to your person. I'll be singing to your family. I'll be waiting, don't let this collapse someday, yeah. I'll be talking to your family. I'll be singing to your family. I'll be talking to your family. I'll be singing to your family. I'll be waiting to let this collapse on me, yeah. I'll be talking to your family. I'll be singing to your family.
Welcome back, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us this evening. We are Paradox Media's Late Night in the Rockies. I think I moved this down just a smidge. Wait a second, because this is full fledged. Ooh, yeah. So during the third hour, we generally do Reddit ghost stories. And yeah, my friend out there, he's like, "Oh, you're dancing." I'm like, "Yes, this is what I do during the break. I dance to the music." You can see me, but I decided to turn the camera on, and I'm glad you appreciated it. Fun is what it's all about. That's right. Like, if you can't have fun, what's the point? Seriously. So, thank you, Truzado. I love and appreciate you, and thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. So, I can take this. I was just listening to the tunes, trying not to cause any feedback or whatnot. But how's it sounding? Is it sounding good? Alright, my hair is kind of scary. Hair scary. Hair Carrie. If you were a hot dog, you hit yourself. Shut my mic just now. Hey, shook my hand a little too. I'm glad you're here, Truzado. I love you, my brother. I'm so glad you're here. That is fun is what it's about. Fun is what it's all about. All right, so let me pick up my phone. Let me go around. Like, we have to do Reddit. What the 3 hours all about? Like, otherwise, we would continue on with death, and we still had a lot more to read on that. But, my friends, go to Reddit. Reddit ghost stories. A break from death. Like, death is pretty finite, and ain't none of us getting out of here alive. Holy Jesus Cristo, yeah. Sounds good. Hair is. I know it goes everywhere. It's all willy nilly. It's so long. Like, should I cut it? I don't know. Like, maybe like. Okay, so maybe I'll go to this point and then like cut. Guys, I think I'm good. I don't know what you think, Truzado, but whatever you think. I was also thinking about doing that like Saran sort of cut. So I've done bangs, I've done shit like that in the past, and my hair grows so fast, like you can't tell. Like, where's the bangs? Okay, so you might be able to tell. Right here is where my bangs is at the moment. Yeah, I've done bangs, but I'm thinking about like doing like the coyote cut or like a sort of Saran. I'm so glad you're on that, brother. Oh shit. Talking about red lights. I don't want to read that. Something really weird happened last night. Hope I'm crazy. I need to turn this up. Let me know what you think, Truzado. I think that's better. Do a thumbs up and. So this is by /Holy Smokes 187. Something really weird happened last night. I hope so too. All gone. All fucking crazy. Around 1 in the morning, I went downstairs to get water. Lights were off, and as I rounded the corner, out of fucking nowhere, old at a farm, E-I-E-I-O, suddenly his voice starts playing from literally nothing. Loud enough to clearly hear, but not enough. I froze for like a minute, looking around, trying to figure out what's going on. Then I slowly went back to sleep. I could still faintly hear it. I fan to see if I could hear it better. Isn't that crazy? Okay, so my mentor cat, right before he died, she would used to babysit, and she had some. Why is this not bouncing? Sometimes these toys would just like go off on their own, or something really weird would happen. And so she's like, maybe the batteries are going bad, whatever. We change the batteries, they still go off, like, with no fucking reason. So it's pretty intriguing when stuff like that happens. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. You have the video that this screenshot is from? Okay, we're not gonna go there, but it's kind of like, looks like a kind of offshoot, so it goes straight like this, and it's bent, and there's a UFO, like, flying towards it. Here, what are your ghosts? This one is by you/Mente, M-E-N-T-E _Aptus, B-A-P. Man, he's good at things. 19 at the time, and I was alone, and I was quietly. A man approached me and asked for a cigarette. I gave it to him, and when he finished smoking, he approached me, started hugging me, and I pushed him away. I said to him, I gave you a cigarette. I didn't ask you to touch me. Leave me alone. You make me feel uncomfortable. Coming closer. My ear started whispering. Whisper. Onomatopoeia. Paralyzed me mentally. Pushed him away, but I told him to leave. Sexual things about me. Ended up freaking out and telling him I was going to kill or kick him near me again. He kept going. Those 30 minutes were really long, and on the docks. There were 2 or 3 people nearby, but no one intervened. Talked to my friend. Sometimes I hear it. It's creeper. That kind of reminds me of like the Greyhound bus where I got on there and this guy, I don't judge people. Oh, this guy looked like a real fucking guy. Unless he starts something, and then people around me were watching because I fell asleep. I needed a fucking nap, and this guy presumed to like start molesting me, and then people around me like try to stop him, and then I had to stop him because they woke me up, and people do that. Don't judge. Don't belong to. There was a Zeron, a city of gold. As he were said to be of and concealed the city's location to protect. It's a video, so shite. Greek fire, the secret weapon that saved the Byzantine Empire. This is by you/Icy Cartoonist 255. Byzantine Empire, Romans reigned between 959 and 963 AD. Once said, 3 things reach enemy hands. These must never reach enemies, being the beam arrow Rubia and the roll princess and Greek fire. The fact that the Byzantine princess incendiary weapon are being mentioned in the same breath means that the Greek fire must be unique to the Byzantine emperor's ears. It was one of the most terrifying weapons made, but its secret ingredients and technology to create the weapon have eluded the best minds since. It was also called sea fire and liquid fire, and was used primarily by the Byzantines to burn enemies. And what was truly mysterious about this incendiary weapon was that it continued to burn in water, preventing enemies from dousing it by putting water over it. Matters worse, surface and make it burn, be it a ship's hull or human flesh. This day, people are still determining exactly the materials and the proportions in which they were used to create the Greek fire mixture. Read more about this secret weapon that saved the Byzantine Empire at https://our.com/humanities/Greek fire secret weapon that saved the Byzantine Empire. Hopefully, fun. Holy shit. This is cool. Black Mountain Pine, previously a ski hill. What did she? Well, it looks like it, and it's kind of like see from above the sky. So you have the hummingbird, you have the man walking, you have different things like that over in the circle. You can see it from our home, and was looking at it on Google Maps, and it looks like it was cut for a ski resort. Was this previously a ski hill? Or less? I don't know, it's like called where from above. Damn it, why am I buffering? When you look down, you see the hummingbird, you see walking in. Black, but it's actually brown, and there's some golden red streaks in here. And just recently, like, I don't know if you can see it, but there's some silver. Not a lot. I think I'm gonna be like that chick that has that little tuft, like right here. It'll be like a silver streak. It's gonna be amazing. Yeah, but my hair is a hot mess. I'm like, I'll be choking on this shit. Seriously. Get out of the way. But yeah, let's move on. Really not intriguing me. I don't know how you didn't know you needed Dungeons and Dragons. Have you guys seen that movie? I really want to see that because it's going to be an epic movie. I want to see it. I didn't play Dungeons and Dragons forever because I was raised LDS and was told that D&D was the devil, and so that and the Ouija board and all this little shit. I did a Ouija board combat training, and I played D&D when I met my husband in like 2, and it's so much fun, especially on mushrooms. Okay, so like I said before, anybody wants to trade me some D&T for mushrooms? Willing to trade? Let me know. Hit me up with DMs. So this one is by you/mother-papaya-5432. Trying to find this one story, please. A while, I heard this story on one of those synopsis of bored, he looks out the window and ends up seeing them dancing and jumping in the roofs of several houses they drive by. At the end, the shadow person stops dancing and stares at the car driving by. I don't know, and I listen to scary stories at night. I like Let's Read and also B Busta. He's got an Australian accent, and I fall asleep to them because I love to hear it. Horror is my favorite, and I need that to go to sleep. U/mother-papaya-5432. Trying to find this one. Oh yeah, we just. I love her so much. So this is by u/Katerina Aterina. I love her so much. So I have always been protective of her. So beautiful. Long shiny hair, skin as soft as silk, and white deep eyes. I love her so much that I find myself just possessive. Get off my leg. No, could find somebody better in a second. Started with her sharing her phone GPS to track her and from work and school. We had afternoon college courses and we pick up morning and closing shifts. She bartended at. Would often join her during the keep guys from being too full. He said she didn't mind them and she didn't need me to, but I knew she was relieved when I'd step in. Eyes, her big old deer eyes. Eventually, she would turn off the GPS on her phone if she was at work or in class, saying I already knew where she would be fine. I couldn't help but drug her. And what the fuck? Okay, pause. What? Okay, so you're gonna drug and implant something in her? What the fuck, bitch? This is not cool. Beyond the precipice of being a girlfriend. No. Don't do this. I can't. Drug her and implant a tiny tracking chip under her. Out that night in the bars. Many drinks and she got smashed. She's always doing pretty things with her hair and able to make it successful. Catch herself in her sleep after a long night of too many shots. Fucking gross. This is bad. I know. No, it sounds insane, but hear me out. My craziness saved her life. 2 weeks ago, I decided to break up with me. Was coming and was my jealous that she loved me, but she couldn't keep dating my possessive neediness. And every spare minute working, I put on. Go to work, to classes, and in the first place. Then I watched her with new F that boyfriend or best friend? Creepy dude. Okay, so must be new boyfriend. Alright, I have to pull this down. It's chugging. Then I watched her with her AF. Creepy dude, she refused. 2 days after she started dating her or him, her GPS went to a location. Leaving with jealousy, the desolate place. I went to look again. I saw the location was and it was gone. When I saw it going towards the rock, anonymous tip, she was kidnapped along with 5 other women. They were trying to get them on a cargo ship. I'm so glad I rescued her. I might have a chance. Oh, I don't think so. Don't do that, but hey, thank God she did that and it kind of saved her life. Gotta count for something, right? I don't know, Felicia. Like, that's a little much. Oh, you're gonna. Nice in my hair. Oh. I've done that before. I'm like, what is that in my hair? And then find out it's like one of my lashes. Anyways, u/FROG_2. Best way to provoke. Okay, so far context. You stay at a haunted hotel 4 days. You want to have some. I've dealt with a lot of paranormal experiences before, so I know. Years since. I really enjoy interacting with the paranormal, and I feel like this is one of the only chances of for a very long time. Our spirits of nuns, children, and oops. Anybody have any idea? Speak to them as a respective fucking healer. That'd be good. I'm a free spirit, okay? Okay. No. I am. So, we can talk and chat after this. Perfect painting, like, this is creepy. I don't think I want to read on that. Oh, no. Oh, it's Mr. Burns. What the crack? You're painting. Oh, shit. It is. It's Mr. Burns. That shit. That's Mr. Burns. Release the hounds. Yeah, that was gross. I'm gonna like that. Is it out? You up for that? You want to chat after this? Why do UAP? I don't know. That to me is pretty intriguing. I also saw one the other night, like when I was pulling in the driveway after doing hours of caretaking. I saw this UAP, and it's just like blinking in the distance. Break out my glasses. I'm like, not the glasses, because I have the like things to me like look like flares. So I put on my glasses and I'm like, and then I can see different colors, and I'm waiting for it to get there. It's just not. I don't know. So let's see. This is by u/Earth Tour. Why do UAPs have lights? Maybe an obvious answer. They're the ones most obvious using the naked eye. What if, in actuality, the sky is filled with thousands of UAP? Skies are dark. Brian Graves has said that he encountered UAP every day during his Atlantic time, and he's heard that is still the case. Page 9 of New Paper. It's important to know how often the phantoms can be observed. Practice shows that set of observations lasting a few hours allows us to detect one object in a 3x3 area. For an area of 90 by 90 degrees, one can expect objects 1,000 times more. Phantom can be observed in the sky every few seconds. You can go to https://youtube.com/QBTBO. Oh, I think this is not the letter number O U5ENGM !T 1242. Yeah, like I said the other night, I saw one in my drive. Light sprites. Okay, so no. Okay, so when I was back in Arkansas, yes, light sprites and like little kobolds, aka like little gremlin shits. But here in Colorado, I have not experienced that. I have seen UFOs, which are like these orbs with hot magma like flowing through it. Yeah, I saw it coming in the distance, and it just wasn't moving. It was just like sitting there, and it's just like see different colors of the light. But I had to put on my spectacles and look a little closer because, like I said, I have astigmatism, so lights look like stars to me. It's like this. So I'm looking around, I was like, what is that? So I break my spectacles, put them on, I'm like, oh, nice. So it wasn't sprites, UFO, but what I think I saw was just an airplane coming, but it was going so fucking slow. Like, it didn't make sense. It should have made its way and gone this way and gone towards the airport, but it was just like there. For fucking ever. Why? Why is it so slow? I don't know. So freaking we have a spelunker here. Hi, Spelunk. Spelunking sounds pretty intriguing to me. I have some surprise before. And I did have an investigation about fairies. I don't know, because the other day, the girl that I caretake, we were talking and used like helicopter. I'm like, holy shit, is that militant? But I think it was something militant. Excuse me. What you're saying, it could have been a helicopter, but no. They even fly faster than this. It's just like there forever. It's like you're waiting. It's kind of like one of those movies where the horses go up and you're just like, and it's, come on, you can do it. Come on, make your way down. But it did get closer to the point where it could be like some red and green. But I've seen UFOs do that too. So not saying it wasn't a UFO, but could have been a helicopter. Could have been some fucking personal aircraft. I don't fucking know, but seems pretty intriguing. Spelunker. Do you like spelunkers? What do you think? What do you think, Trizito? So this is by u/NY Ambers. Anyways, I'm a caver, and at this time, I was no experienced caver, and this was one of my first more advanced caves. It was just me and some friends and Tom. Dad was one of those stereotypical hippies, blonde hair, velvet jacket, one of those nose piercings that make it look like this. And I don't know. I have my ears pierced. I have my face. Anyways, let's move on. So, Tom was about 24 at the time. He was the reason we were here. He had a tall frame and caving, and he had short brown hair and acne. We arrived. Burgers, which are your basic. I want a burger right now. That'd be nice. And being burgers. Pocket tomatoes, old buns from someone's pantry, and meat just dry enough to be hard to choose. Like, trying as well, but we need to wash it down sometime. Nathan entered the cave about an hour later. A long wire about 500 meters long for internet connection in the cave. That's fucking weird. For that, cool. We needed this to live stream the cave and call 911 in case of an emergency. Idea. I just recently got a. There it is. It's like a Netgear thing. Wi-Fi going back here. Yes, it's not that far, but there's people intercepting the feed. I need to put this into my wall and intercept the feed for myself. 1200 megabits. We needed this for now and etc. as we enter. Unbeknownst to me, but it was due to what was inside the cave. It had gotten deeper when I had felt this. For a short time, but right now, as we got deeper in an opening, it was cold down, and in an opening, and there was a crawling spiders like everywhere, like little water spiders. I had a couple energy bars, barely managed to take a bite out of mine. There was a loud bang deeper in the cave. Crushed it out as if it was a falling rock, but we would be past the cave. Go back. Lunkers, yes. You know, those guys that like dive into a hole and they're like splunk, splunk, splunk. Lunkers, Truzido. I'm not brave enough. Like, oh, yes, I've gone into caves, but no, I'm not gonna go like these people go like, no, it goes under and in and through and not me, coach. Like, count me out. Count me out. I'm not gonna do it. Ain't gonna do it. Ain't prudent to this juncture. But yes. So, yes. High five, brother. Because no way, Jose. You go first. And then you. And then you. And then me and Truzido. We're going to stay back here. And we're just going to wait and see. Are there maybe some people? Or maybe we need to call 911. Somebody call 911. We carried on and we got a tight spot. I was first to go as I got in my chest. I had to go feet first. Okay, so you're one of those babies, like your butt first or feet first. That's not right. In a vertical drop. But as I descended, something brushed my foot. I yelled out in fear, like, because like you're in the water, so you scream. It sounds like. asked if I was okay. I told him what happened. This time, more intense, but because probably you peed in the water, so now the water's a little warmer because we knew something was off, but for some we kept going. When we got deeper, we were praying multiple times, and the last few times were more like scratching. At this time, we had dropped the camera and we were live streaming. We kept going even though our bodies told no. It was like we were forced to. Seriously, when your gut tells you, turn back, don't go forward, turn away, go away. Yeah, okay, so I'd like to be spontaneous too, like you're saying, Drew. And I got like, I ain't gonna go spelunking into some fucking cave where their oxygen is there not? Is there? Okay, so it seems to be like there's something in this fucking cave, and I don't want to fucking deal with that shit. I'm gonna do it, coach. Don't put me in. No. Oh, I hurt my calf. Oh damn. Oh damn. Oh shit. This shit hurts so bad. You better put me on the bench. Send somebody else in. I ain't going. Oh, you what? No, I'm not a spelunker. I'm not that brave. Cause like you can even go and be like, oh check that out, and you're like, wait, into a hole in the fucking floor. Like shit happens in a cave. There could even be bears or mountain lions. You never fucking know. Anyways, I like that you're spontaneous, but can we agree not to go spelunking? High five. Let's do that. Hardcore. Yeah. Yes, this time something was forcing us to go faster, and so we did, with no regard for our lives. We kept going deeper and deeper and deeper. We met a large I had large gouges in my legs and arms, so we looked around for nothing. Here about 10 minutes. Better come over here and show Truzido your blue mustache. And say hello. Come over here. Come on. Come on. Don't. He's got this cute little blue mustache. Was red before, but now it's blue. I don't know why. Soda
It
pop.
won't come out.
You wash it?
Yeah.
Because like you got stuff in the cracks. Sauce. That's Louisiana hot sauce. Then there's this blue stuff. You need to take a wash rag and scrub it off, and then put your butter Vaseline on there.
Ate into my skin.
Tonight, grab it because towels right above the dryer. There, get it wet, scrub, and then put some Vaseline. No, I think it's like stained because that's where you had your chopping of the lips. You had chopped lips. That was
If
not.
it doesn't work,
You should
if it does,
just like be like. That made me sad. Brush your teeth. Brush that stuff out. Yeah, well, they stuck to my teeth and I was picking them out, so I was picking caramel out of my nails today. I was like, yes, but we were eating these milk chocolate salted caramel balls. They were good. Good night, I love you. Night! Yeah, well, you better not come back in until like 5 or 6 o'clock. Bye. Goodbye, my friend. That was Lily, large gouges in my arms and two in the opening was larger than anything we'd ever seen. The mansion, it even looked like something was living here. It was terrifyingly dark, cold, and damp. We heard the banging again, this time louder than ever and longer than ever. As we approached the source of the screech, breathing, and when we approached, we could see its stomach. It was large, looked rotten, skinny from its ribcage. Its legs were non-existent, and they were clear, barely visible in the dim light of our flashlight. And the loud yell happens. The monster picked Tom in half, him and me and Jan in his blood and guts. This breaks me out of my trance. I could finally move for myself, and I do. I bleed off, limping to the rest of the cave, searching for a hiding place. I turn a corner in this maze, like a cave, and I find a crawl space. As I hide, I hear Jan's bones being destroyed in the mouth of this fucking beast. That's gross. Monster walked searching for me, and not too much to. As I typed this, I found a message. Now with this key. Well, it says CAV. There's no E at the end, so we can't. I don't know. And then it's followed by something. Where all it needs is. Oh yeah, somebody else says green screen needs a little editing, etc. You guys, is the end of our time. Thank you so much for joining me tonight on any of the next late night podcasts. Hope you had a wonderful evening, as I did. I'm so grateful that you joined us. Next week, now, we shall be joining us in the second. You know, I have our phone number. Thank you to all of our friends on Late Night in the Rockies, People Radio, Twitter, YouTube, and SoundCloud, and everywhere else. You're strong. You are because I was just suffering, so maybe. You hear me now? Nope. Yeah, I'm barely there. If you can hear me now, you take me from me. Oh, ooh, ooh, please don't go. Choose it all. Anywho's, until next time, nighty night, love and light, care my yous, and I'll see you back here, same crazy time, same crazy ass place.